Good morning, YouTube. Today we're going to protect the underside of my GT40 using some scrape guards.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan and this is The Stub, and this channel is all about the supercar ownership experience. And one of the things that sucks about having a supercar is they sit super low and inevitably you're going to scrape. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. So when you do, you want to protect your car. Now there's kind of a few options out there, and we actually are selling our own homebrewed scrape guards now. So check it out. You can buy them on our website. Go check out ngsc.me/NGS scrape. There you can hook yourself up with NGS 10 when you're checking out, and that takes off 10%. So keep in mind, these we just ordered, so they're not here yet. They'll take about a month to get here. Let's install them on my GT40. As you can see, it sits really low. In fact, that's actually with the axle lift up. So when it's down, it sits less than 2 inches off the ground. I've unfortunately already scraped it a bunch, so that's why I need to get these on very soon because I don't want to damage it any further. So let's lift this thing up and install these things. Okay, so I just opened one of the boxes. Here's what comes in the box. You get 8 pieces of the scrape guards and 8 pieces of the adhesive. We're going to apply the adhesive to the back of the scrape guards. Then we're going to clean the bottom of the car using some rubbing alcohol, make sure that there's no dirt, and then we're going to apply them. Now, if you're like me and your car's already been scraped, we can kind of use that to our advantage to find out where the car actually scrapes against the ground. Now, obviously, if you haven't scraped your car, that's a much better thing. Then you're just going to have to kind of guess where they should go and approximate where they should be. These things are super easy to apply. They stick on really well and they stay really well. And then when you're done with them, you can kind of just rip them off. Just apply some heat to the adhesive and they should come right off. The material that these things are made of is kind of like a nylon feeling material, but they're pretty durable. I've used these on some of my cars in the past and beat the hell out of them, and let me tell you, they stood up to it very well. I'm not going to say that they're perfect and that they always stay in place. I have had 1 or 2 fall off over time. Typically it was in areas where the bottom of the car was kind of beat up already, and so it couldn't get a really strong adhesion to it. These things are cheap enough that, hey, you know, if they fall off and I can have to replace them once in a while, not a big deal. Pretty easy to apply. Let's get this thing up in the air and start putting them on. Well, unfortunately, you can see we've got some pretty gnarly gouges right here. Yeah, it's gonna happen. This is the problem with not having the scrape guards on the car, and you can see all sorts of scrape along here. Not too bad right here. A little bit right here on the metal, so I am gonna put some on this metal pan. Let's take a look back here. I don't think we have to worry too much about the back of the car. Oh, something gnarly must have. Oh, you know what that is? That's a skunk. I actually hit a dead skunk. That's gross. I'm gonna have to clean that off. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it stank for a while. Well, anyway, let's look. What else we got going on? I actually have not seen under this car yet, so it's a pretty simple car. I didn't realize it has these cool metal pans throughout the whole thing. That's actually pretty neat, but I don't know if I dig having the oil pan sit that low. I mean, look at that. It sits like, if something comes under the car, it's gonna take out that oil pan. Oh, dude, I don't wanna, if I hit anything and it damages that, I mean, it's gonna dump all my oil. Well, good to know. Anyway, we're gonna focus our attention up here. So again, let's clean all of this with some rubbing alcohol, get it nice and clean. You can actually see that it does have a PPF on this piece. Yeah, it's too bad it's already scraped to hell. Ew, bug. Okay, we've got my rubbing alcohol and a microfiber, so we'll just put some on here and clean. All right, just want to get any dirt, like even, you can see the rubber right here. Want to get that off as much as possible. So we're gonna have to scrub quite a bit to get some of this stuff off. So we'll start putting these suckers on, and one of the things that's really cool is that these are actually flexible, so you can actually make them bend around corners, make some turns, so like you could theoretically have one come right around here. Also, if it's too big, you can just trim them, so you just take some scissors and literally just cut it wherever you need to, and boop, off it goes. So it's really easy to work with. All right, YouTube, I've got them installed. You can see, kind of went over where the scrapes were already. This should protect it pretty darn good. Now, a lot of you are gonna be saying, hey, can't you see these from when you're looking at the car? Well, okay, so yeah, you know, like if it's on a lift and we're looking at it from the side, yes, I can see them. But when the car is on the ground, they are basically invisible. Now, yes, if I squat down and look really, really, really low, okay, yeah, now I can start to see them. Also keep in mind, this thing's sitting with the axle lift up. Most cars, you can set them back far enough that you can put them in a position where you probably aren't going to be able to see them at all. This car has kind of a curved front, so it's a little bit more difficult. Looking at it from a steep angle, I might be able to see them, but honestly, that's a small price to pay, I think, to not have the front of this car get totally scraped into oblivion. Hey, I've got 2 boxes left. I'll tell you what, the first 2 people to share this video on Facebook and send us a screenshot to sales@normalguysupercar.com, I'll give you each one of these boxes. There we go, quick and easy and pretty cheap. These were only $50 on our website, so check it out, ngsc.me/ngsscrape. Link in the description below. You can order some of these. Again, they're on order from the manufacturer, so we'll have them in about a month. Be patient with us, but as soon as we do, we'll get them shipped out to you guys. Probably, hopefully in time for Christmas, we're hoping. Protect your car, easy to do, and, well, you don't have to drill the bumper or any of that sort of stuff, which I thought was stupid. I didn't like the idea of the scrape guards where you have to drill the bumper just to install it. It's like, let me damage my bumper so I can protect my bumper. I don't get it. Anyway, these come off easily if you need to. Just put some heat on them and stuff. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. We're going to be doing a lot of car stuff. It's going to be sweet.